You all right?
I'm trying, yeah. So hello everybody. Let me ask you a question. Who here had a favorite animal growing up as a child? Good, I think we all did. Was it the rhinoceros with its massive horn in the front of his face and that mean grimace ripped with muscle patrolling around the African safari? Was it the hippopotamus, maybe a little fatter, nice looking, swimming underwater, but still very dangerous? Or was it the ostrich, a kind of goofy bird with a long neck that likes to trot around? A penguin, a cute, sincere bird who likes to patrol across the North Pole or the South Pole? Or was it the polar bear, a very soft, cuddly looking animal that would swipe at you in an instant? Maybe you could relate to one of these animals. I don't know. So let me ask you another question. What did you want to be when you were a kid? What did you want to do when you grew up? Did you want to be a doctor, a lawyer, an accountant? I sincerely doubt it. Well, when I was a kid, I had this certain dilemma. I wanted to be either a lion or an elephant. I didn't even know whether I wanted to be a big, peaceful, awesome-looking elephant that walked softly and carried a big trunk, with my massive nose being able to shower myself and my kids, walking around the African safari. Or did I want to be a ferocious lion with an elegant mane, standing beautifully at the top of a cliff like Simba? Having grown up, I realized I couldn't be an animal. So my next best option, to be a zookeeper. Fortunately, this assignment has truly enlightened me. I came into this project thinking, I'm a finance major. I want to do something in finance. And then I realized I am not going to be a product of the system. Remembering that how much I loved animals and how much I wanted to be an elephant or a lion, I still haven't decided. I remembered that the zookeeper option is still open. So what does a zookeeper do exactly? Well, I made my way down to the San Antonio Zoo and walked over to the edge of the lion's quarters and talked to Andrea, the zookeeper, to tell me what my options were and how to get where she is now. There are many different things a zookeeper could do and different jobs you could have on each day. Zookeepers clean the cages or tanks. We feed the animals, administer water, possibly give them shots or medical needs if a veterinarian is not on hand. And I could also be part of the new animal orientation committee at the zoo, making sure these new animals feel comfortable at their new home. Perhaps one day I could work in the lion's den. Imagine feeding a giant slab of thick red meat to this ferocious beast and watch him tear it apart, only to clean up the scraps and give him a nice pat on the head and rub his belly when he's done. Maybe I could play with his cubs. Bring one home, domesticate one. I'm sure you all have seen that viral video on YouTube of those two partners, they're male, I'll call them partners, who had domesticated a lion and led him into the wild, and then 8 years later, came back into the safari just to see him run up to them and give his one used to be owners a giant hug. But I could also deal with the danger of training this wild animal and living on the edge, something I like to live by. What if I was in the elephants' quarters, feeding them their grass, making sure they had water, loving to watch those giant trunks shower themselves and their children, or maybe even let them give me a shower. Use them as my personal water gun and make them spray guests at the zoo. Imagine administering the birth of a baby elephant. I'm being totally serious, folks. If a veterinarian is not on hand, you'll have to reach up. You will have to reach up into the mother's womb and deliver this new baby elephant calf, this new life with your own bare hands. This is true. Another day I could also be snorkeling in the depths of the fish tank, scrubbing the algae from the bottom of the barrel, while little children walk by, confused. What's going on? I could also be swimming with sharks, like I said, living on the edge. Also, I'll also have to observe and report different animals' activity. Say Leo the lion or Penny the polar bear were acting up that day. There might be something wrong with them. It would be my job to observe them and report. So in conclusion, I hope my speech has made you think. Is what you're planning for always what you wanted to do since you were young? Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But if it isn't, you can always find happiness and visit me at the zoo. Thank you very much. Whew.